Once upon a time, there was this small town in ancient China. This story is similar to a lot of Western-type stories. Anyhow, this town was afraid. There were a bunch of gangsters coming to get revenge, but the town was very poor, so they put all their money together hoping to hire somebody to protect them. But all they could afford was a very old, retired kung fu master. The master said he couldn't fight off the gangsters, but he could train somebody. So the deal was, he'd show up, he'd interact with the villagers, and he would find somebody suitable to train. And he found a guy nobody else would have considered. A guy not a lot of people even noticed. What was his job? He was the guy who poured the tea in the local tea shop. He wasn't the owner of the tea shop. He wasn't even the guy who made the tea in the local tea shop. He was just the guy who poured the tea. Why him? Asked the townsfolk. The kung fu master said the tea pourer had the strongest focus. When he was pouring the tea, nothing else existed. He could tell by watching him that he was absolutely, completely focused on the proper pouring of the tea. And that level of focus was the most critical element of all things, upon which you can create not only kung fu skills, but deep insight and wisdom. Meanwhile, back in our modern world, most people have the attention span of a goldfish. If we have an unanswered question in mind, we rush to Google to find out the answer. If we see a few hundred words and think to ourselves, wall of text. This is the common modern brain, utterly helpless if something unexpected happens. This is precisely why developing skills of focus can be your own superpower. With skills of focus, you can develop and communicate complex ideas that will leave others gasping in amazement. With skills of focus, you can learn complex subjects much more quickly. You can remember facts much more readily and then sprinkle them into your conversations, making you look like a super genius from another dimension. You can pay attention to others with laser-like precision and poke holes in their arguments if you want to. You can demonstrate a skill that few people have, but everybody wants and everybody admires. And just like the metaphorical retired kung fu master said, your newfound skill of focus can be the foundation upon which you build your empire. To learn more, visit mindpersuasion.com/fierce-focus.